Swerve up on that scene, hop out engine looking clean.
Alright, what's up guys, Poison here, and I'm back with Alex again. Last time we were talking about laptops, and we brought up a few different segments like cars, and I'm like, you know what, this is actually a really good segment to talk about because of new California laws. We both live in California, we both like cars, so this is something that affects us. So, want to introduce yourself?
Hey, it's me again, Alex, just doing the same old thing.
Yep, all trying to figure out what the hell to do while recording this audio.
Yeah, because I still suck at this damn laptop.
So cars, that's something that affects everyone, regardless if you're a car enthusiast or if you just drive one, you know, something that really does affect us all. And California, well, this has always been the law technically about having a loud exhaust, but California recently changed it to where now if you have a loud exhaust, you no longer get what's called a fix-it ticket. You now have to pay a mandatory $1,000 fine. So this has the car community up, you know, has them all riled up, for good reason too. You know, this is something that really didn't need to be passed, but they passed it anyways. This is honestly just a quick cash grab. You know, they're going to make a lot of money off this. And the reason I thought about this too is because last episode, Alex brought up that he needs a sports car. Do you want to talk about what your sports car is, and I'll talk about what mine is?
Okay, so my sports car is actually going to be a, let's get real, an FRS. It's a GT86, and mostly I will think about getting the 86 or the BRZ, just
so,
because. Okay, go.
So pretty much a GT86 variant.
It is the same thing, just the interior is just a little bit different.
Exactly, but I'm saying you're gonna get a variant of a GT86 though.
Yeah, just due to initial date. I'm saying that straight up, and I'm keeping it to that.
And I knew that was gonna be brought up too. I knew I'm like sooner or later initial D is gonna be brought up in this. Yeah,
trust me, it's love, it's life. Become like Takumi Fujiwara. But like I was gonna say, I was originally gonna go for a 370Z, or I was actually gonna go for the newer, the rumor coming up about the new Z coming up.
Oh, it's not a rumor; it actually is coming.
Well, what I don't want. I was just say Z, because I was gonna name it 390. You know, 370, 350, 370, 390. You know, it always does that.
Yeah, a new variant of the Z.
Yeah, it's okay. The new Z coming up, but I was thinking about it since I do have a family, and I do have a child, and she could sit in the back, because that's the only person that could sit in the back. And I do love sports cars, and also, as crazy as it sounds, my daughter's a 1-year-old, and she does also love sports cars. She does. We both watch drifting car videos together. We actually gone to Cars and Coffee once, just due to because that was my day off only. But she is one of those sports cars I always loved, and it does lack on horsepower, but yet again, it could just do nice turns. Let's admit that.
You see, I have multitude version of sports cars I want, but the only one I see myself owning in coming years is an S60R. So I've talked about that car so much on the channel. If you don't know what it is, it's pretty much a Volvo S60, so 4 doors, you know, seats 5, perfect sedan. It's 300 horsepower out of the factory, stock turbo, and stock all-wheel drive, running on like 300 torque or something like that. It's like 14 pounds of boost stock out of the factory too, which is pretty crazy to think about, coming from a Volvo as well. And well, let's see, how the fuck did I go into this? Another car was a Genesis Coupe, a 3.8 liter, which is also running 300 horsepower, which a GT86 variant does seem nice, especially because of how much aftermarket there is for it. Like, you could really customize that car to do a lot of things and look really nice. The problem with the car, though, is just, like you said, it's slow, but it churns really good. Which leads me into the question, like, were you actually going to do anything performance with the 86?
Just a tiny bit. I'm not gonna go. I'm more gonna make it as a cosmetic car, more like, you know, a show car.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later I'm gonna make that car as a drift car, or just like a little circuit. You know, just do a little, go to, you know, course and just do some things right there. But more just gonna be like more more just a looks car, because we all know that if you're gonna put a horsepower on that damn thing, it's gonna cost a fortune. And I'd rather just make it look good instead of swapping everything out. Because number one, I did not know a thing about swapping engines at all. I could barely change an oil.
Changing oil isn't that hard. You just gotta have the right things. Well, it depends on what car is. Imagine what you were gonna say, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say it depends on what car. You could do it easily on a Honda, but you cannot easily do it on a Cadillac.
No, you see, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you know, Volvo, Honda, your GTA 6, that seems easy. But I'm like, I don't know what the engine bay of a Cadillac looks like, and I can only imagine how hard that would be.
Oh man, you don't want to know. I used to own one.
Whatever happens to that? Do you still own it or no?
I gave it away.
Oh.
Because I just simply gave up on it, like my dad gave up on me. Oh, can we start cracking dad jokes here or not?
You can go ahead.
Yeah, so that's my dad joke at the time. Okay, that's it.
Like, I'm only gonna crack a dad joke if it works out. I'm not gonna try to push it.
But yeah, I gave up on it. It was a 2005 Cadillac STS V8 with the V8 engine. It was honestly a really nice one, but it's just so much problems. It was literally costing a fortune just to keep up with whatever it needed.
Yeah, I remember I was in your car once. It was nice.
It was when it was on its prime.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Because when you had it, 2 years ago, there was a problem with it, right? Like, you said you couldn't go a certain speed or something?
I couldn't go a certain speed on it. It kept on having the issues of it felt like it was on like just like stall mode. I don't know what to call it, stall mode. I just would
like
call
neutral.
It like neutral. It was just like it wouldn't want to pass a certain extent of speed, and I'm just like, we took it to mechanic. They couldn't figure out what's wrong with it. I'm like, if I can't figure it out and the mechanic can't figure it out,
Well, the fuck's the point? Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what? Goodbye.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm in the boat too right now with my Volvo. It's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. Like, kind of not in the same boat actually, but it's like, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with my car because insurance is playing stupid, but there's like no point in seeing it. Like, really, if insurance comes and sees my car, they could easily be like, yeah, this is fucking wrecked. There's no point in fixing it. Like, we might as well just pay them out, get the shit over with, because it's like, the amount it would cost to fix the car is the amount of a new fucking car.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a certain point with a car where you have to be like, all right, this is a waste of time. It's not worth it. But yeah, California law. You already said you were gonna make your car a show car anyway, so that kind of defeats the question. So I was about to say, what was your plan? You know, living in California, you can't really do much to your car.
Well, the first thing I was actually going to do was add a new header and exhaust. But just due to this new law, it just makes me feel like...
Okay, well, real quick, it's not a new law. This has always been a law. But,
well, okay,
like,
yeah.
I said it to you, but...
Implement.
Yeah, we're pretty much no fix-it ticket. You have to pay the $1,000 regardless. Like, you can't swap it out and take it to fucking CHP to check it. No, you have to pay a $1,000 fee.
But you could also... They could sign it off.
Oh, I haven't heard that much about it then.
Yeah, if you take it to CHP and you actually, let's say, for example, you remove the exhaust,
yeah,
to a legal one, then yeah, you could have it. But my idea would be like, if I really want to have an exhaust and really kind of push myself to the limit, I'll buy myself a decibel, whatever, the little thing that checks out
the meter.
The meter, and it's 95. I think the law is you can't pass more than 95.
Yeah,
I'd safely play around 85, and that's more than likely. It sounds probably gonna sound stock, but if not, then I would actually go with the legal TRD edition.
You would have to buy that like factory though.
You could actually buy it from factory, or you could just actually go to a wrecked one.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, the thing is, you really can't modify your car in California legally at all, though.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you would have to have it factory to avoid all problems.
But how would they know if I got it from factory? I could just say, oh, it's just a TRD, but it's just I removed everything. I just took off the badges because I didn't like them. They wouldn't have no information off that because on a registration of it, because an FRS is on the registration, it does not say Scion, it does say Toyota.
Yeah, but then this is what I also imagine. You could also look up the VIN and it'll narrow down the car exactly to what it is. Which, I mean, depending on the cops, if they really want to go that far, like, I really doubt a cop would, like, doubt you and check up your VIN and everything, but that's one problem, too. Like, you never know how far a cop's gonna want to go.
They just want to see if you changed the exhaust, and if you did, that's great, and if you didn't, well, you got to pay that $1,000 fine. But in the end of the day, you still kind of lose.
Yeah. My legit question, though, is, like, is there a certain limit on how far you could go with these tickets? Like, can you rack up, like, as many of them as you want? Or is there going to be a certain point where they're like, this is your 5th one, you can't have this anymore?
I think, me personally, I think there's going to be, like, that 3-strike
limit to it?
Yeah, 3-strike limit.
I can see that, yeah.
Because that's, like, kind of the safest thing to go around.
But it's so stupid that they're really targeting this, like... And I was seeing TJ Hunt's video where he says that, like, supposedly this is going on because of, like, the street takeovers and races and all that. Yeah. Which I saw another video yesterday that was, like, the stupidest video ever. I'm not going to lie. It was, like, these two guys lived, I don't know where in California, but they're like, oh, we're taking our heavily modified Subarus to CHP to go get the laws fixed and everything. And,
I saw that one.
Yeah, it was so stupid. I'm like, what's the point of this? Where, like, the cop didn't even know what the fuck he was looking at. And the cop even says, like, yeah, we need someone with more knowledge on cars to be doing this.
Yeah, they just probably, honestly, if they really wanted to go up to that law, they would have to go use the meter and get next to the engine or to the exhaust and make them just, like...
They had to rev it up to, like, 2,500 RPM or something like that. Because I was looking it up, and they were saying, like, you have to be an X amount of feet away from the exhaust, and you have to rev the limit up to a certain point.
Yeah, because they know some of them have took up their cats and they spit fire.
Yeah.
And you don't want to spit fire at a cop at all.
I mean, unless you got some good verses, but is it really worth
trust
it?
Trust me. If you spit some mad verses, you know what? I'm not going to go to this because it's going to end up in a very bad situation. I'd rather just avoid it right now.
All right. I was just thinking about this. Like, I can't do it anymore because my car's fucking wrecked. But I'm like, I was wondering how far you think a Volvo could get away with all this stuff. Because, like, if you were to have a stock-looking Volvo and then, you know, a cop were to pull you over, it's like, you really think a cop would stop a Volvo, though?
Do you think they're... do you think they're actually going to ever stop a Prius? I actually seen some modified Priuses that get kind of loud.
I've never seen loud Priuses, but I've seen bagged Priuses. I've seen fucking wide-bodied Priuses.
All right,
crazy shit.
Scare. What I honestly, like, as I mentioned this before the audio, we were talking, me and Poison here.
You can call me David. Everyone knows my name on here.
David. Oh, okay. Okay, so I was actually I was driving my in-law to his appointment, right? And we were talking about the law as well. And he doesn't like the law because he just feels like California is getting too strict as well.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I don't like it either. And we ended up talking about the Supra. And we'll talk about the Supra probably later on this
we can.
thing real quick. All right. But right when we were talking about the exhaust topic between him and me, a cop pulls over a Mustang. And we just definitely we knew it wasn't because he was speeding. We just knew because it was the exhaust.
Yeah.
Because I was driving the Durango. It does have I'm pretty sure it does have an aftermarket and an exhaust. And just because I felt like this is some bullshit, I just floored it and it sounded like way louder. And the cop just looked at me. Him and me were just like laughing about it because, like, look, like, everyone has it. It's where I'm from in this area. Everyone has very loud trucks, very loud cars. It's loud everything, except their weed. But it's just.
I just heard what you said too. I was kind of like zoning out, zoning in. Like that just struck me out of nowhere. Okay, go ahead.
But like what I'm trying to say is, like, around this area, there's a bunch of Hondas that that are gonna get pulled over with their $100 freaking exhaust
And get a
$1,000
$1,000 fine for their fucking $500 fucking
or
Honda.
just 100 from eBay. But it's just not worth it around here. But most of the cops around here will kind of lay back if you really just mind your business and do not step on it like I did. Not even being reckless. If you rev it real quick, it just makes a sound. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, Martin got pulled over for his exhaust.
Oh, I was actually about to say that. Did he actually get the $1,000 ticket?
No, the decibel thing was at 77.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He dodged a bullet. Wow, he's gonna get pulled over a lot of times then. Yeah,
Yeah, but this is gonna be a waste of fucking time though.
It is. That's the thing. That's also going to be a situation for people that do have loud exhaust. Is also going to be very inconvenient if people have to go to work. Like for me, for example, I'm always rushing to work, even though I could barely make it to 2 minutes before punching in. I'm stepping on it. Like I go through the back roads, and I know that those roads, I know them for like honestly for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And they usually have a cop hitting it in the same spot every time. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, if you have a loud truck, if you pass by there, you're getting easily pulled over." But I guess recently around here, people are just like, you know what? We'll pull you over if you're going too loud, but if you just have it loud.
Well, that's also like TJ Hunt said. He's like, if you're driving normal, you're not being a dickhead. We highly doubt cops are gonna stop you.
Yes. But around your area will police CHP going like crazy at it, trying to get them tickets up as fast as possible, or are they just like kind of kicking back?
I have no idea, honestly. I haven't been out much since these new laws have been in. Like, I know I'm kind of scared to be driving my mom's Tahoe because that shit has a loud exhaust. I doubt it's loud enough to be fucking, ticket worthy, but I don't know. I haven't really noticed cops around here.
Mm-hmm.
I was always a fear I had in my Volvo. My Volvo was fucking quiet, but it's like all the stickers on my car were highly illegal the way they were placed. And I was always afraid a cop was just going to fucking pull up an easy ticket on me. That's kind of off topic, kind of on topic.
No, it's still a California law that's technically a modification, but yet again, it is a. There's times I do kind of don't like California. I'm actually at the point of just not liking California in general because it's just a lot of laws that are just getting
overdone,
modified, overdone. Is just honestly a little bit too much, and I'm just at the point of just like, I should just go back to Minnesota.
I know Martin said he's thinking about moving to Texas. I'm like, dude, I'd be down to fucking move there too. Yeah, that kind of put a damper in my spirits too, these new laws. And then like, I really didn't know what the laws were regarding like modifications in California. But after seeing TJ Hunt's video, he pretty much just says it straight out. Yeah, modifying your car is highly illegal in California. There is no real good way to do it. And it kind of ruined my plans with my S60R too. It's like, I briefly talked about it last time where it's like, for my S60R, it comes stock with a turbo. I wanted to get a bigger turbo upgrade and then have a tiny turbo to help spool up the bigger turbo. Because a smaller turbo will spool up way faster, and then you have that boost up to help boost the bigger one up. Mm-hmm. So that would have been a great thing to do, but it's like, it would be very hard to do too because of, one, with the S60R, I know I'm going to slap it with stickers again. Two, with the S60R, I'm going to put a body kit on it. It's like, I'm going to do all these external modifications I know I'm going to do that I know look good, so I'm personally going to do it anyways. And then when I start fucking with the engine, it's going to be like, cop sees the body, be like, okay, he's got to have something underneath the hood.
Yeah.
And then, like, super old TJ Hunt video, he even said, though, it's just natural. If you want a fast car, your car has to be loud because you have to get a bigger fucking exhaust. You have to get rid of certain things so you can get more power output. Like, you can't really do major upgrades with having a stock exhaust. It could work. It's just not going to work as good as if you had a aftermarket one.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm playing some random games in the background, like really fucking creepy, like anime hentai-ish games. So I'm like looking at this shit, trying to talk.
While you're looking at hentai, I'm just looking at a cookie. Those Mexican bread cookies.
The Supra.
No.
Let's talk about that. There's been a lot of fucking speculation about that thing. Your opinion on it?
Honestly, okay. If to me it looks like just a little cleaner and better version of
86.
an 86. It does. I don't know what it is. It just makes me look like it. I was thinking about it. I was like, I want to get it, but then I'm just like, the only reason why I want to get it is because it reminds me of an 86, but it's not an 86. It just shoots up like double the horsepower, and it's only a 2-seater. So the same reason why I actually wanted the 86, because it's a 4-seater technically.
Yeah.
And it also does kind of remind me of the Z4 from BMW.
Oh, I mean, that's a huge joke going around too, that it is a Z4.
Yeah, and I'm just like, come on. From a person like me that does not know cars very well, the car that I used to praise and used to worship like a holy grail was the 1986 AE Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
The Panda edition, the Panda.
Honestly,
I went from
the car reminds me of another car too, and it reminds me of the weirdest fucking car to like compare it to. It honestly reminds me of like a smaller Viper.
I could see that due to the headlights.
Not even the headlights, it's just the way you sit, like the engine compartment is just super big. Like from what I've seen, and that's just very reminiscent of a Viper. And I love Vipers, but the new Supra, it's like you kind of should have went with your own thing, kind of like.
Yeah.
I like the Viper being a Viper. I don't want a Supra being a Viper, pretty much type thing.
It seems like the Supra did get a lot of a lot of influences from different cars from everywhere, from everyone from 86 owners to Viper owners to there's a small point that actually I confused it with the Aston Martin.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whoa, was this an Aston Martin? I'm like, okay, no, it's not. Then I actually had to look at it. I'm like, oh, it's a Supra. Then I had to wipe my glass and say, it's a Supra?
Real quick, I'm going to send some to the group chat. This is triggering time. This is going to trigger you and Martin. I already know it is.
Oh, no, don't even dare. Don't even put it.
Too late.
Damn. All right. Let's see the damage. All right, so it actually is at least it's not 86.
So I'm gonna okay. Let's see where are we at. Around 35 minutes in. I'm gonna put this picture right here. As you can clearly see, the top picture is the new Supra. The bottom picture is the old Supra that everyone knows and loves. Pretty much, this is a Supra. This is shit.
Those are just okay. Now, okay. The more I look at it, the more it's triggering me. Ooh, I'm getting trigger time. Oof.
Oh, dude, that's horrible.
I'm getting shook into the bone. But
and it's like there's a lot of speculation going on too. Like people have been asking the Toyota or the guys who worked on a Supra. They're like, oh, is it gonna be 2JZ compatible? And then they responded with, oh, we're releasing a cheap model that's gonna be more for you guys. And I think people were saying that Toyota has something on their site where it's a mount for an original 2J for the new Supra.
Ooh. Oh, damn.
And dude, I hope I saved this fucking meme. I don't think I did.
We'll have it here somewhere.
I think it's on Snapchat, where it's pretty much actually, if it is on Snapchat, I know where to find it. Give me 1 second, but yeah, I know people were wondering like, can you 2J it? Because the 2J is pretty much what made the Supra. Like that engine was just everything people could have wanted because of how much you could mod it, what you could do with it.
It was just like the holy grail of engines.
Okay,
and
I have it right here. I'm screenshotting this shit, but pretty much, you know those memes where it's the guy, it's taking a look at his brain, and then the last one is like the universe?
Yeah.
So the top one, waiting a week to 2JZ swap the new Supra. The next one, waiting a day to 2JZ swap the new Supra. Excuse me. Third one, 2JZ swapping the new Supra as soon immediately after getting home from buying it. The last one, that's the universe. literally bringing a 2JZ to the dealership and swapping it in the parking lot before driving it home.
That's pretty funny. I like that one. I actually just imagined it so perfectly.
Oh, we don't have to imagine anymore because I have it right here. I'm sending it.
No, don't worry. This is the Galaxy one that this I made up right now. Delivering the 2JZ to Toyota's factory to install it for you.
Dude, just one up that one.
I gotta one up that one, man. Is it worth it though?
All right. We'll start this again. We'll do that. Yeah. So as Alex just said, is it worth it? I feel that honestly comes down to the person buying it. Like, that's not really something I could talk about because I don't really see the whole appeal of the new Supra. Old Supra, I could see the appeal of. This new one, I don't really see it, just in my personal opinion.
No, I'm not gonna buy it.
I know I'm not gonna buy it, but you know, it's just not on the list of cars I want. Like, I have a very small list of cars. I want an S60R, and then I'm torn between like a bunch of different cars. Third car I want to get, or third car I plan on keeping, I want to get a rear-wheel drive car that could be wide-bodied. So that's like Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG, Hyundai Genesis Coupe, a Porsche.
Mm. Yeah.
But like the new Supra is just not on my list. It's just kind of meh.
Meh.
And I know someone made a good point. I forgot who said this, but someone said, I think it was that dude in blue. A while ago, he's all like, the new Supra would work really well if it wasn't called the Supra.
That is true.
Like, you know, introduce it as a new car and then, you know, give it a new name and it could do really good. But just for the fact that it has the name Supra attached to it, I feel a lot of people are going to write it off for that.
They expect the 2JZ.
The old thing they used to have.
Yeah.
And then
old but gold.
I even told Martin that last month, and he's all like, well, Martin doesn't agree with that statement at all. He's just saying, you know, people need to move on. They can't have the glory days, you know. If you want an old Supra, you could still go out and buy an old Supra. And I guarantee you could fucking find an old Supra for as much as they're charging for this car.
That is true.
I'm just going to Google it real quick. Let's see. For sale.
Like, for what did I say? Damn, I forgot. Damn Alzheimer's.
Let's see. I found one in Illinois. Let's see. Is this manual or auto? It's automatic, so that kind of puts it out. Let's see. I want to find a manual one. Okay. I found a 1998 Toyota Supra Turbo with the original 2JZ, 110,000 miles, manual, for $68,800.
And I see one right here. A 98, wait, what was it? Yeah, a 98 Toyota Supra Turbo, 6-speed, 980 horsepower, TRD, blah, blah, blah. I don't really know the talk. But it's for going for 105,000. 105K, bro. 105 fucking K.
I feel that one's modified, though. Like, I'm looking just for, like, base. Like, I'm
Just
finding
so
some that are
simple.
modified. Like, there's this one that always pops up on my Facebook. I don't know why. I don't look up Supras, but this one always pops up on my Facebook, always pops up on CarMax. It's going for almost $70,000. It's like $10 off from $70,000. But it's manual. It's got a body kit on it, too. It's just really nice and clean, but it's just, you know, is they're going for slightly more than the old or the new one.
Unless you want to go for that 1990 Toyota Supra, the 2-door.
Oh,
That was for
the original
2.1.
Supra. All right. Well, I'm talking
That was
about the
for
Mark
2.5.
IV, the Mark IV Supra, which is Fast and the Furious one, pretty much.
Yeah, the holy, well,
The one everyone
that-
wants, pretty much. That one.
Yes.
Like, not to say people don't want the original Supra or people don't want the new one. I'm just saying that's the more sought
Popular.
after one.
Yeah.
Let's see, where else do we move on the subject? We've already talked about dream cars. We talked about how we can't fucking modify cars here in California. Supra. What else is going on in car news that's kind
Car
of piqued your
news,
interest?
Tesla Roadster. Whole.
Is there a new one, or are you talking about the old one?
That's the Roadster.
Yeah.
The new one coming up, I believe.
I have no idea about that. Let me see.
Oh man, you gotta see how the 0 to 60 on that bad boy. The new one coming up. It goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds.
That's not bad. Oh no, that's a
Top speed,
2011.
You just go to the Tesla, just write Tesla Roadster, and you'll see it right there.
Oh
It
yeah,
does-
this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does it have horsepower specs?
You can't really kind of put a horsepower spec on that thing.
You can actually, but
You can, but you gotta put it actually on a, what's it called?
a dyno.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say like a dyno. It's just a weird way to put it in there. But it goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds, but it goes 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds. Not that bad at
620-mile range. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not a fan of the way it looks, though.
all. It looks futuristic. That's something that's. It kind of it reminds me of a Lotus.
Yeah, kind of.
Lotus with a mixture of. Jesus.
Let me see. What's the? Let me look up something else before I fucking bring this up. But I mean, interior looks cool. Okay, now that the pictures changed, it shows the interior. That looks nice. Outside is just what I can't get. Just can't get with the outside one. The outside look of it. Base
Glass
price
roof?
200,000. That's the base price of one of you.
Oh, and it's also if you also want to talk smack about California real quick. Why are the importing laws such a bitch over here?
It's not just. Well, I mean, here it's pretty bad, but I'm saying it's kind of like that just everywhere though. Like the United States just has what?
As you don't have to pay a bigger fine in other states.
Well, yeah, you don't have to pay as much of a fine, but you still have to wait 25 years for some. So, okay. I'm comparing two different cars. I know that. I'm comparing the new Polestar 1, which is the Volvo, versus the Tesla. And in this instance, I would have to give it to the new Volvo. Even though I don't like the new look of the Polestar. Like, I just don't like the blocky look of it. But let's see. On specs, does it show everything? Design your own, engineered. There's got to be a spec sheet somewhere. I want to know, does that show up really bad when I type?
I can actually pick it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I got a loud ass keyboard. Love it, but not really good when it comes to recording. So, for a fact, I know the new Polestar 1 is 600 horsepower. And it's both an electric... It's an all-wheel drive car. It has... whatchamacallit? It has a gas engine propelling the front two wheels. And then an electronic engine propelling the back two. Let's see. 2-liter inline 4-cylinder supercharged and turbocharged. So that's one cool thing I love about the new Volvos. Is that you have multitude options of engines. Their main ones, though, are supercharged and turbocharged. So... Supercharger in the low end, you know, once you reach like 35,000 RPM, it switches over to turbo, which is already spooled up. That's coming based on a lot of the new Volvos. There's also the new twin turbo Volvo engines that actually have electronic turbos. So as soon as you step on the gas, they instantly start spooling electronically. I have some worries about those because it's brand new. This is new technology, and it's like, oh, is this going to work out as good as they want it to, or how many problems are going to be associated with these new turbos? But let's see. The base price of the new Tesla Roadster is $200,000, and you need to reserve at least $50,000 to reserve it. As where the new Polestar only costs $155,000, so what? $45,000 less? Let's see. Electronic range 100 kilometers. Let's see, 100 kilometers to 93 miles. That's kind of. This is one thing I hate about though is that the new Volvo is both gas and electric. So my questioning behind this, and I'm pretty sure someone knows this, I'm just too stupid to look it up. When the battery dies on the back two wheels, does it just go to front wheel drive only and still charge, still go off gas, or does the car become useless?
Pretty sure go just front wheel.
Because here on Tesla, it has a 620-mile range, which is pretty cool, especially considering how small that car is.
That could drive you to LA and back.
Yeah, that would be something I'd like for work, because I only travel 300 anyways. 4 seating, all-wheel drive, acceleration in a quarter mile, 8.8 second, acceleration 100. Thing is, just Volvo is also just known for how comfortable they are. Like, I will forever miss my Volvo because of its comfort.
You know what's another car that's very comfortable?
What, Benz?
No.
What?
Better. A Lincoln. A Lincoln Navigator, dude.
I've never been in one. I was about to say, for a moment, Lincoln and Volvo were kind of produced together.
No, okay. The Lincoln, actually not the Lincoln Navigator. I mean, remember Mondo's old car? The white one that looked like a cop car?
Oh, yeah, that old one?
That. I look up a pic. I was trying to figure out what's the name of that Lincoln one, but the only thing I put Lincoln and actually pictures of Abraham Lincoln just pop up. I'm like, no, not that Lincoln.
Lincoln car.
Lincoln cop car. Lincoln.
Is that really what you looked up?
No, I'm actually about to look at a cop car. Yeah, Lincoln cop car. Yeah, it's.
Didn't he have this back in Wesley though?
He had a. Oh, it's called a. I think it's called a Lincoln Town car, but in Wesley he had another car, I believe.
I don't remember, dude. I don't remember much about Wesley, honestly. Like, that's so fucking long.
Man, didn't you just technically live like in Patterson though?
No, I lived on the outskirts of Wesley.
Yeah, you lived like. I remember you had to get like through like a gate right next to a canal. Right?
No, there was no gate, but it was a canal. Yeah.
Yeah. The gate was for something else. It was to take Grandpa to work. It was some weird shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like the outskirts of Wesley though, like, and not like outskirts towards Patterson, like the outskirts to like nowhere. Yeah.
People are listening to us right now like, what the hell is Wesley? I'm like, it's a village. Technically, it's considered a village.
Yeah, if you're ever bored, look up Wesley, California. It's a really fucking small town.
If you know Wesley, California, we definitely know you then, because if once you know someone there, you know everyone.
Yeah.
Population to be a village. Large towns are
There's a fucking airport in Wesley. What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, in Wesley, it's
all right, guys. So we might visit this topic again on a later date. We're kind of running low on time. We'll see you guys next time. We might do this like once a week where we just talk about random stuff. We're not sure, just whenever we have a topic and time. So yeah, guys. Until next time, have an awesome day. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Later.